find their own pathways on Bethany's beautiful campus that's filled with opportunities to get involved with art, music, theater, athletics, service learning, sustainability, leadership, global citizenship, and more. Swedes succeed in their careers and their communities. Learn more at www.bethanylb.edu. Farley's Bar and Grill in downtown Lindsborg is your game day headquarters. Come try their Monte Crisco or other specialty menu items. Farley's Bar and Grill, located at 101 North Main Street in Lindsborg, proudly supporting the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes.
And welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym. Don Binkson with you for tonight's game. The girls, well, they're getting their scoring average up a little bit. They're trying to get in the offensive mode, and they're starting to look a little better. Even the JV girls, they scored 41 points tonight in a loss, so they're starting to do good. The girls have started scoring more and more points. They're getting their season average. After 12 games, it's not easy to move your season average up, but they're moving up about a point every game. So they're starting to get some more points scored. The point per game averages are starting to rise just a little bit. Jordan Otto is at 7.4 points per game. Amanda Bahana sees her total start rising a little bit. She's at 6.9 points per game. Bree Franklin at 5.9 points per game. Kira Haxton at 5.1 points per game. Carrington at 3.2, and Jackie Hulse at 2.9. They're all just starting to chip in and starting to make some more point totals and help each other out a little bit. Amanda Bahana, before fouling out at Hutch Trinity the other night, had 12 points. The game they won at the Sterling tournament against that same Hutch Trinity team, Amanda Bahana, 10 points. Jackie Hulse, 10 points. Jordan Otto, 10 points. Bree Franklin, 10 points. So they're starting to realize that, you know, we need to score, we need to shoot, and we can score points. So it's important that they start to do that and start looking at a good team. But this team we're facing tonight is a good team as well. They are defensively oriented. They have a team that Coach Bella, you'll hear him say that they are certainly very capable of, they play man-to-man press all over the court. That seems to kind of affect us a little bit. And then the Ferguson girl at 6 feet tall is, or 6'1", is a force inside, so we're going to have to play her smart. So she, like I said, she's already signed to come to Bethany College next year, so she's a very good one. And her dad is Greg Ferguson, and her mom is Angie Brock, a graduate of Smoky Valley High. So they've got some ties back to Lindsborg. So it was an easy choice for her to sign with her relative Keith Ferguson, and the Bethany College girls are making a comeback in their league. So lots of things to look forward to, and we hope it's a good night of basketball. Had a chance to talk with Coach Bella a little bit earlier, and we'll play that for you right now.
And welcome back to more Viking pregame. Don Binks along with Coach John Bell as you get to come back home to the friendly confines of Smoky Valley Gym after being at the Sterling tournament and on the road. It's fun to be home.
It is. It's Sweetheart tonight, and you know there's going to be a good crowd, and I know that the girls are excited about Sweetheart, and I just hope they remember that we're playing the game too, and a great way to end the night is by winning the game, or at least playing well in the game, and then going to the dance and having a good time afterwards.
And you got two candidates that are on your team, Amanda Bahana and Jordan Otto, so they hopefully their minds will be on the ball game first and then Sweetheart after.
I hope so. I'm happy for them that they're candidates, and you know, I told one of them that, you know, they'll wait for you. They have to wait for you, so don't worry about, you know, having enough time to get ready. Worry about the game and playing hard and doing things well, and then after that's over, go enjoy the rest of the night.
And speaking of play hard, you did for 3 quarters, 3.5 quarters, 2.5 quarters at Hutch Trinity the other night. They just finally wore you down.
They did. You know, they wore us down, and once again, when we went 0 for 8 from the free throw line, 0 for 8 that game, and 6 of those free throws were in the third quarter, where they started getting a little bit of a lead. If we could have made those free throws, it maybe could have been a different story. And it always seems to be when the ball doesn't go in, we start hanging our heads, and then it affects our defense, and then, everything goes south.
You got a Ferguson girl that's a Bethany signee already, so she's pretty good. You got Edwards girl whose dad was a Bethany grad that's a freshman that's pretty good. What else do you know about this Clay Center team?
Well, you're right. Those two are going to be the real deal. The Ferguson girl's been, at the state tournament. I don't know if they won or they took second last year, but they were, top-notch last year, and so she has lots of experience playing on a great team. And she's tall, and that worries me because we have a hard time with tall girls. These guys are going to be really good, the short corner, high post action, and we're just going to have to, find a way to play big, to get maybe them into foul trouble, and go from there. I'm concerned about they're good like that, but I'm more concerned about their defensive intensity. I think they're the best man-to-man defensive team that I've ever coached against. We went to their place 2 years ago. We couldn't even go from the left side of the court to the right side of the court. They kept us there so badly. So I just hope we can find the open girl, make the easy pass, get the ball going, and then take the first easy shot, and hopefully it goes in. And if not, maybe we can get a rebound and a putback.
But your freshmen and your ball handlers are improving. I see the ball movement. I see their willingness to drive and dribble is getting better as the year goes on.
Absolutely. We're making shots. We're getting steals. We're getting a lot more layups. Layups are good for us. We love layups, and that's been created by their energy. Amanda Bahana had, 10 points or 12 points on Tuesday, but 6 of them at least were from layups, getting steals out front and getting layups, and I love those kind of shots. But we are shooting with more confidence, and Jackie's starting to get going a little bit more offensively, and we can get Bree to just play hard and stay low and demand the ball and want to put the ball in the hole. She can do some good things. Jordan Otto loves that 3-ball, and hopefully we can get her some opportunities tonight at the 3 line and go from there.
Sounds like a plan, Coach. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
John Bella of the Vikings, and we'll be back with more pregame right after this.
Game day starts and finishes at Farley's Bar and Grill in downtown Lindsborg. Located at 101 North Main, this upscale, one-of-a-kind establishment offers a wide variety of drink and food specials. Come try their jalapeno poppers, coconut chicken tenders, or their classic Monte Cristo. Then wash it down with an ice-cold beer or tall glass of wine. Farley's Bar and Grill at the corner of Lincoln and Main in downtown Lindsborg. Farley's, your game day headquarters for the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes. Don Bingston is your local Farm Bureau Financial Services agent and is proud to be in his 12th year as voice of the Vikings. Good luck, Vikings, and good luck, Swedes, in all your activities this year.
If the cold and flu season is leaving you feeling too sick to wait until Monday, but not sick enough for the emergency room, remember Lindsborg Community Hospital's Weekend Urgent Care Clinic. Available on weekends from noon until 6 p.m., you'll receive expert care from people you know and trust. Just enter through the main entrance at Lindsborg Community Hospital, located at 605 West Lincoln. Urgent care won't take the place of your regular family doctor, but will provide the help you need when the doctor's office is closed. Go online to lindsborghospital.org for more information about urgent care from Lindsborg Community Hospital.
Did you know you can purchase custom-etched glassware at the Hemsloyd? It's a perfect one-of-a-kind gift. Hemsloyd Scandinavian Specialties and GlassDecorators.com, supporting Smoky Valley and Bethany Athletics since 1984. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by the Bank of Tesket, generations of confidence, relationships for life, with locations in Lincoln, Salina, Tesket, and Lindsborg. The Bank of Tesket, member FDIC.
We're the Bank of Tesket.
And welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym. Don Bingson with you for tonight's game. We got Jared Bass working the controls for us and doing a great job as always. Want to thank First Bank Kansas as the proud sponsor of Smoky Valley basketball. First Bank Kansas is your community-oriented, customer-focused bank where banking is made personal with locations in Lindsborg, Salina, and McPherson. Also want to thank Harry Mallory, Viking Auto, R&R Excavating, Scott's. Contact Mari Loader for your Smoky Valley real estate needs. Dr. Darrell Loader, Smoky Valley Chiropractic, Gallant Tire and Auto, Lindsberg Family Dental, Dower Welding, CNL Heating and Cooling, Arn Reinert CPA, Art Shirt, Bank of Tesket, and People's Bank and Trust. And I want to remember that we got a lot of activities going on. There is a wrestling tournament tonight at Bethany College, a duel with Kansas Wesleyan. So that starts at 7 o'clock tonight. There is Bethany basketball tomorrow afternoon. 3 o'clock tip-off for the girls at Ottawa. 5 o'clock for the boys at Ottawa. So that's coming up tomorrow. So lots of activity going on for tonight's and this weekend's activity. So good luck to the Swedes as well as for our Vikings. Starting lineups tonight. First for the Clay Center Tigers, Hannah Ferguson. She's a senior. She's 6'1". She wears number 21. Addie Mullen, a junior. She's 5'4". She wears number 23. Sydney Calloway, a senior. She's 5'8". She wears number 32. Erin Hamill, she's a junior. She's 5'8". She wears number 33. And Coach Edwards' daughter, Clara Edwards, she's a freshman. She's 6 foot tall. She wears number 45. So for Coach Edwards, he'll send out Ferguson, Mullen, Calloway, Hamill, and Edwards. And for our Vikings tonight, a little bit of a change in our lineup tonight. We'll go with Haven Shugren. She's a junior. She's 5'6". She wears number 3. Kira Haxton. She's a junior. She's 5'6". She wears number 10. Amanda Bahana. She's a senior. She's 5'5". She wears number 14. Jackie Hulse. She's a senior. She's 5'8". She wears number 20. And Jordan Otto. She's a senior. She's 5'8". She wears number 21. And Amanda Bahana and Jordan Otto are candidates for the Queen tonight, along with Veronica Hughes. And then Jacob Adams, player for the Viking boys team, is a candidate, along with Kai Shugren, Haven's older brother, and, Haven's cousin, and Eli Waugh. So that's the candidates for tonight's Sweetheart, which happens between the games, so we'll have a little longer break between games. And it is an orange and black night against orange and black. The Clay Center Tigers are orange and black, as well as our Vikings. So it's orange and black against orange and black. Hope we have a great game tonight, and be wonderful for the Vikings to upset this team. They're capable. They're just going to have to certainly play a good game. Vikings will be shooting tonight starting on the east end. It's an east and west court here. And the Clay Center Tigers in their black road uniforms, orange lettering, orange numerals trimmed in white and orange and black down the sides. The Vikings in their home white uniforms, black lettering, black numerals trimmed in orange and black and white striping down the side. Hulse will be jumping against Ferguson, and we are ready to start. Hope tonight's game is good. It's controlled by Clay Center, and we are underway. With it across the timeline is Mullen. It's tipped, and there's a turnover on the first possession. Good defense, Smoky Valley getting the tip. And here comes Kira Haxton up to Bahana, looking for Hulse. Not there. Goes across to Shugren. Over on the far side, free throw line extended to Haxton. Cross-court pass to Hulse. She'll almost lose it, but hangs on to it. Around the horn it goes. Here's Otto. She'll take a 3-ball. No. Rebound inside. Knocked away and secured by the by the Clay Center, but then they tip it away. So 2 turnovers in a row for the Clay Center Tigers. Haven Shugren with it, gets it off to Kira. Kira on the dribble, still on the dribble, goes baseline to Hulse. Man-to-man defense all over the court by the Clay Center Tigers. Jackie's got a dribble to stay away, and there she turns it over. Turnover number 1 on the Vikings. Still no score here. Drive in there, missing by Mullen. And battle for the ball. Out of bounds it goes, stays with Clay Center. One minute gone in the ball game, no score yet. Mullen gets to put it in, baseline corner, 3-ball, too strong. Rebound on the weak side by Kira Haxton. Looking down court, but can't get a pass to Jordan Otto. Has it now in the corner, out top to Bahana. Going to look at a 3-ball. No. Rebound, Clay Center, Mullen. Mullen on the run. Bahana slows her down. Kick out. Baseline 3. In and out. No good. Rebound. Haven Shugren. Quickly up to Bahana. Bahana on the quick run. Up and no. Rebound. Clay Center. Still no score. 6:20 to go. There's Mullen. Kick out on the wing to Callaway. Round it goes to Ferguson. Back to Callaway. Far side wing. Looking baseline for Edwards. Now kick out. Cross court again. Callaway. Inside Edwards. Shot up. No. And a foul. And Edwards will be at the free throw line shooting 2. Foul's going to be called on Jackie Hulse, her first. So Edwards at the free throw line, freshman. Dad is Bethany grad Jeff Edwards, All-American, and her first free throw is good. Carrington Haxton, who didn't start tonight for first time in a while, in, and also Bree Franklin in, replacing Hulse and Shugren, I believe. And she makes them both. 2-0, Clay Center. So almost 2 minutes before anybody scored, and Clay Center scored with free throws. Carrington across to her sister, Kira. Almost lost the handle, but didn't. Kira now trapped inside, knocked away, and stolen. Turnover number 2 for the Vikings. Turnovers even at 2-2. Amanda Bahana pressuring and hanging on to the ball is Mullen. Now it goes back court. And it will be a back court. It didn't get tipped away by anybody else but their own team. So Amanda Bahana with a big smile on her face. And Coach Bello wants a 30-second timeout. We'll keep this one right here. Again, talking about a change in the start time for Bethany tomorrow. They have a 3 o'clock tip at Ottawa. Usually a 5 o'clock tip on Saturdays, but it's a 3 o'clock tip at Ottawa this for the girls, Bethany girls. And then the guys will tip around 5 o'clock or 20 minutes after the conclusion of the girls' game. So we wish the best of luck to the Bethany men and women. And also wishing good luck to the Bethany wrestlers tonight. It's the Kansas, or not the Kansas Cup. They beat Kansas Wesleyan in the team scores in the Kansas Cup, which was down in Hutchinson, I believe, a couple weeks ago. So looking for good things tonight from the Bethany College Swede wrestlers at home in their duel with Kansas Wesleyan. Big spotlight on the table and a big contest, actually a dummy throwing contest with a winner to get a meal from Martinelli's. And now pressure on the inbound play, and Mullen fouls Carrington. It'll be Viking ball out of bounds. Just 2-0 here, our score on 2 Clara Edwards free throws. Vikings in their little weave offense. Over it goes to Jordan Otto, three-pointer. Good! An Arn Reinert CPA three-point shot by Jordan Otto, and Vikings up 3-2 at the 5:16 mark. So Vikings have a lead in this game. Excellent job. Haley Franson has checked in for Clay Center, so Franson in. That's the only substitution, I believe. Callaway, Ferguson, Mullen, and Edwards. Oh, and there's a turnover as Franson drug her feet as she was trying to throw the ball across court. So turnover number 4 against Clay Center. Vikings lead in that category 4-2. They lead on the scoreboard 3-2. There's Carrington on the dribble drive. Kick out. Franklin, baseline 10-footer, too strong. And we got a foul on Carrington Haxton hacking for the ball. Good effort, though. They can't fault that effort. No question about that. Second team foul on the Vikings. Mullen now will bring it slowly across the timeline. 4:35 to go. First quarter, Vikings in the lead. There's a pass inside Callaway. Her shot up and good. Nice pass there by Mullen. 4-3. Clay Center. Carrington on the dribble drive over to her teammate, sister Kira. Near side to Bahana. Bahana with the dribble drive. Can't get into Franklin. Now he goes outside to Otto. Back to of Bahana to Kira. Her three-pointer short. Rebound, Edwards inside. And play center with the ball. Under 4 minutes we go. They lead 4-3. Mullen. Near side it goes to Franson. Inside to Edwards. Edwards, so that should have been a travel. It wasn't. It should have been a nothing. Rebound tipped out by Ferguson out to Franson. Around it goes to Mullen. Inside to Edwards at the free throw line. Knocked away and stolen by Bahana. Bahana got her hand on it. 5th turnover. Play center. Inside to Bree. And good. Bree Franklin with the nice inlet pass from Carrington. And the Vikings have a 5-4 lead. Inside to Ferguson. Up and good. Ferguson, that's where she needs to be, is on the blocks. And they go back in top 6-5. Bahana on the dribble. Pressured, gets it off to Carrington. Carrington to Bahana. Three-corner baseline. And Carrington being boxed out by Callaway. Can't get her hands up to get the ball. A lot of contact going on in this ball game. Clark in. Sugarman back in. Bahana out and Otto out. So it's Franklin, Clark, Haxton, and Sugarman on the court right now. Mullen slowly across the timeline. Her team up with 1 point. There's a steal by Haxton. There's another play center turnover. Play center, 6 turnovers. 6 points on the scoreboard. There's Haven, Sugarman, a 3. Got the roll! Arn Reinert, CPA, three-pointer by Haven Sugarman, and the Vikings up 8-6. That's a 2:20 mark. Franson, cross-court to Mullen, inside to Ferguson. Back out to Franson. Franson back to Callaway, back to Ferguson. Ferguson out to Callaway at the free throw line. Good.
Number 32, Sydney.
And they tie it up at the 2-minute mark. It's a 30-second timeout. This time we're going to take it. 2 minutes left. 8-8 our score. Back after this 30-second timeout.
The Quarterback Club of Lindsborg is proud to support athletics in the Smoky Valley. Join us each Tuesday at 7 a.m. in the Bethany College cafeteria to hear from all the Vikings and Swedes sports coaches.
Now's the time to get in touch with Phelps Seed in Brookville and Tri-Valley Seed and Service in Gypsum, your Pioneer sales professionals, to learn about early pay incentives. Buy before December 6th to enjoy Pioneer's award-winning products while saving big bucks. Call Phelps Seed or Tri-Valley Seed and Service.
Out of the timeout, the Vikings have the ball to the made basket. 8-8 our score, 2 minutes to go. Get it into Carrington. Now Haven Sugarman with it off to Kira. Vikings break the press easily that time. Kira still on the dribble. And take the drive, kick it out to Haven, off to Jackie Hulse, who checked back in. Hulse and Carrington, Clark, Haven Sugarman. Kira on the dribble drive, cross court to Carrington. Three-pointer, good! Another three-pointer, an Arn Reinert CPA three-pointer, their third of the game, and the Vikings lead 11-8 at 1:28. Cross court it goes, stolen away by the Vikings. 7th turnover on play center. Tip on that pass. Good job, Vikings. Carrington off to Sugarman, around to Kira. Baseline drive, Kira. Shot blocked by Ferguson, but kicked out. Saved by Carrington. Off to Hulse. Off to Kira. Around to Clark. Baseline to Carrington. Her baseline dribble drive, and she's going to get called for the travel. But just the third Viking turnover. Clark and Kira Haxton out. Otto and Bahana back in. So Bahana and Sugarman on top of the 2-3 zone. Carrington, Hulse, and Jordan Otto down low. Under a minute we go. Vikings still with the lead, 11-8. Edwards out top. Callaway. Baseline, it goes to Franson. Branson double team, now kicks it out to Mullen. Way outside, that was a cross-court pass. Mullen with the dribble. Out top it goes to Callaway. Good Viking defense. They're moving their feet all over the place. Callaway out top. Dribble, kick out to Franson. Franson looking for Ferguson, but can't get an angle. Now she finally does. Shot missing. Hulse with a rebound. Good, strong play by Jackie Hulse. Carrington on the dribble to Bahana, top of the key. Drive, side of the lane, up, missing. Rebound, Ferguson. She'll take her time now. 12 seconds left to go. Coach trying to speed him up a little bit. Edwards with it out top. And then knocked away by Haven Shugren. Around it goes. Franson, a long three. Hit the front of the rim. It was right on line. It looked like it would go, but didn't. And our quarter ends with the Vikings on top, 11-8. Back with quarter number 2 right after this.
Do you know what major TV networks, Hall of Fame athletes, wineries, pubs, famous chefs, and brides and grooms from across the country have in common? They all purchase custom-etched glass at glassdecorators.com. Glassdecorators.com has been providing carefully crafted etched glass for nearly 30 years. An effective tool for company branding, etched glasses are also perfect for school and civic groups, special occasions, and that one-of-a-kind gift they won't receive anywhere else. Hempsloyd Scandinavian Specialties and glassdecorators.com, supporting Smoky Valley Athletics since 1984.
Sweetheart night tonight, so it'll be a little bit longer halftime than normal. The candidates again are Jacob Adams, Kai Shugren, Eli Waugh. The girls' candidates are Amanda Bahana, Jordan Otto, and Veronica Hughes. So that is the candidates tonight, and we'll find out who the winners are between the games. But here are the winners so far, Smoky Valley. They have an 11-8 lead. Bahana, Shugren, Otto, Carrington, and Hulse on the corner. And the Vikings turn it over on the first possession. Amanda Bahana trying to get it off to Jordan Otto, and Jordan wasn't ready for that pass to go at that direction. And the Vikings get a turnover on their first possession. Ferguson with it. Round it goes to Mullen. She's going to look at a 3 ball. It's short. Oh, it crawled in. Unreal that would crawl over the front of the rim. It hit the front of the rim. It had just enough spin on it to get over the top. Carrington on the dribble. Gets it over to Shugren. Baseline it goes to Hulse. Hulse with the dribble drive. Loses the handle. Ball loose on the floor. Mullen ends up with it. Mullen still going strong and off the glass and good. So a 5-0 run by Mullen gets the Vikings kind of back on their heels a little bit. And the Vikings turn it over again. So back-to-back turnovers by Smoky Valley. Clay Center up by the score of 13-11. Off it goes to Edwards. They bring their 2 post girls way outside the 3-point line to start their offense. Ooh, almost a steal by Shugren. Callaway with it, kick out. Baseline 3, Franson too strong. Carrington with a nice, strong rebound. Carrington looking underneath, Otto not there. Off it goes to Bahana. Her baseline drive, shot, good. Amanda Bahana's first points of the ball game, tie it up at 13-all. 6:30 to go here in the second quarter. Around it goes to Mullen, her dribble drive, kick out to Ferguson. Ferguson drive, shot from the blocks, no. Gets her own rebound, shot, no, but she's fouled. And Ferguson will have 2 more free throws coming up. Jackie Hulse is going to get called for the foul, her second, team third. Kira Haxon was already at the free throw, or at the table to come back in, along with Bree Franklin coming back in, and now Emmy Riles comes back in. So 3 substitutions for the Vikings. Clay Center ball underneath their own basket. She will not get free throws. It's before the shot. Mullen, cross court it goes to Callaway. Callaway looking inside. Now back cross court to Mullen, her dribble drive. And, ooh, I think the referee became a spectator there. It looked like her foot was out of bounds. Here's Kira Haxon with the long rebound. Baseline pass to Jordan Otto. Missing. Rebound. Ferguson inside. 13-13, still our score. Mullen off to Franson. Franson with the dribble. Goes up top to Callaway. Over on the wing to Mullen. Mullen with it. Baseline to Ferguson. Outside to Callaway. Looked at a three. Didn't trigger. Mullen will trigger a three. Too strong. Rebound. Wow. Edwards just knocked Franklin over, and that takes some kind of a stand to knock over Franklin. Edwards, a strong girl for a freshman. That's freshman against freshman. Those two are going to be battling for a while. So Sugarin out and Bahana in. So Bahana, Riles, Kira, Otto, and Franklin. Franson looked at a three, didn't trigger. Mullen inside to Edwards. Kick out to Franson, around to Ferguson. Dribble drive, it went off of her foot. Edwards with it inside. No. Rebound, Edwards up. No, that time she got it in with her left hand. And Edwards gets her first basket. So a turnover now on the Vikings. That's turnover number 6. Mullen with it. Viking 2-3 zone. Riles and Bahana up. There's Callaway inside. Shot blocked. Franklin with... So we got a warning. Boy, they're letting them play like crazy. They're letting them play like crazy. There's 4. Vikings have 4 fouls, but Clay Center only has 1 foul. So it's a stoppage of play. The Vikings continue to have the ball, but it is tough out there. And they're getting away with a few more fouls. Not quite as bad as the other night. We were down at Hutch Trinity. Hutch Trinity had 1 foul. We had 9. Here's Otto. Kick into Franklin, and she turns it over the top. 4th turnover already of the quarter. Clay Center hasn't turned it over yet in this quarter. And they lead by the score of 15-13. Ferguson hustling down after throwing the ball into Mullen. Gets it off to Franson. Round it goes to Callaway. Inside to Edwards at the elbow. Shot. Good. Edwards, her second basket. I think she only has 4. I think I put those 2 early free throws. Here's Bahana with it. Off it goes to Emmy Riles. Riles dribble drive and trying to get it into Franklin. And it's stolen away by Clay Center. So 5 turnovers all of a sudden by the Vikings. They quit looking at the basket, trying to make an extra pass or 2. Whereas before they were looking to score a little quicker. Here's Edwards in the middle. Oh, and a foul on on Bahana. And Amanda Bahana will pick up her first, team 5th. And Vikings will call a timeout to talk it over. We'll step aside as well. 17-13 our score, 3:45 left to go. Second quarter back right after this.
Bethany College Swedes succeed. Bethany students lead lives of faith, learning, and service as they find their own pathways on Bethany's beautiful campus that's filled with opportunities to get involved with art, music, theater, athletics, service learning, sustainability, leadership, global citizenship, and more. Swedes succeed in their careers and their communities. Learn more at www.bethanylb.edu.
Welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym. Clay Center girls ranked number 2 in the state in 4A Division II. They have a sparkling record. And I forgot to get the final total, whether they've only lost 1 or if they've lost 0. But they have a tremendous team. State runner-up last year, 4A Division II. And they are quite the team. But the Vikings are playing with them toe-to-toe right now. And Edwards makes the first of two. 18-13. And missing the second. Here come the Vikings, down by 5. Around it goes to Bahana. Amanda Bahana on the dribble. Near side to Emmy Riles, out to Kira. Kira with the baseline drive. And can't get the pass into Bree. Bree trying to stay outside of the backboard enough. Can't get under the backboard and get that pass. And this is a bad quarter for the Vikings. They had only 3 turnovers at the quarter, and they had forced 7 on Clay Center. Now Clay Center has no turnovers, and the Vikings have 7 in this quarter, 6 in this quarter. Mullen, Callaway, and number 33, Hamill have checked back in. One of the starters that didn't play very much to start with. Playing catch outside the 3-point line. Mullen, dribble drive. And wild shot, miss, rebound inside. Edwards back up, no good, rebound Franklin. Good defensive rebound by Bree Franklin. And Otto knocks the pass to Otto, knocked away by Edwards. Shugan in, Riles out. So Otto, Franklin, Bahana, Kira Haxton, and Haven Shugan on the court for Smoky Valley. 2:40 to go. Vikings trail 13-18. Here's Franklin, 10-footer, good! Bree Franklin just split the defenders, and that was a big shot. Vikings needed that to stop this Clay Center mini run. And there's the turnover that they've been forcing earlier. They got her back. Here's Kira. She'll launch a 3-ball. No. Rebound by Hannah. Off to Shugan. Her 3. No. Rebound Callaway for Clay Center. The Vikings got a couple looks, got an offensive rebound. Great possession. 15 for the Vikings, 18 for Clay Center. Mullen out top of the 2-3 Viking zone. Baseline corner goes to Hamill. Hamill drive, looks at a shot, short, rebound. Franklin takes it away. Nice job, Bree Franklin on that rebound. Shugan with it off to Bahana. Minute 35 left to go. Second quarter. Vikings trail by 3, 15-18. Franklin with it. Almost went out of bounds on the far side wing. There goes to Kira. Her shot in the lane. Oh, rolls off. Good look. Here comes Hamill quickly. Off to Edwards. Her shot. Good. Beautiful pass by Mullen there. And it's 20-15. They stopped the 2-point score by the Vikings. Here's Kira. 3-pointer baseline. No. Franklin, though, with the rebound. Oh, it can't go in. And the Vikings get another look, but can't get it to go in. Excellent look, but it's under a minute to go, and it's a 5-point game, 20-15 here. Coach Edwards wants him to pull it out and run some clock. Coach Bella happy to stay in the zone and run time off the clock. Mullen out between the in the half-court circle, actually, with Callaway and Hamill on each side of her. Still looking back at her coach, saying, run and play when it gets to 15 seconds. Mullen still outside there. Coach saying, wait. The crowd's getting excited. Go, he says. Now, come on, Vikings, play defense. Shot, too strong. Back in, no. Rebound, Franklin. And tie up. And it'll stay with Clay Center. Good effort by Bree Franklin. Bree Franklin got zapped on her arm or elbow or something. Edwards with it out to Hamill. That's way offline. And the Vikings do a good job of holding on. Our score at halftime, Clay Center 20, Smoky Valley 15. We'll be back to wrap up this half for you after this timeout.
Auburn Pharmacy is your local hometown Lindsborg pharmacy, located at 216 North Harrison Street, proudly supporting the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes.
People's Bank and Trust is proud to support the Lindsborg community and the athletes at Smoky Valley High School and Bethany College. I'm Ryan Biegert, branch manager at the Lindsborg location for People's Bank and Trust, a proud native of Lindsborg, and I'm ready to be your banker. People's Bank and Trust, meeting the needs of our community and always improving the way we do business. Located at 201 South Main in Lindsborg, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Go Vikes and go Swedes.
People's Bank and Trust takes pride in its heritage of service to the customer and features 12 locations in central Kansas. People's Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Smoky Valley and Bethany College. Member FDIC.
It's tough out there. Trying to stretch every paycheck a little further than the last one, it means cutting costs, and one of the best places to start is at the State Farm office of Anthony Hopkins in Ellsworth, because he'll do a free discount double check to make sure you're getting the car insurance discounts you deserve. Sometimes those can be up to 40%. So give State Farm agent Anthony Hopkins a call today, because being there to help keep more money in your pocket is why he's there. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
A good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This is the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic halftime show. A first half recap, scores from around the area, and keys to a second half win. This is Smoky Valley Vikings basketball on 95.5 The Rock.
And welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym. Don Binkson with you for tonight's game. Got Jared Bass working the controls for us, doing a great job as always. And the Vikings, well, they had an 11-8 lead after one quarter, but then they only got 4 points in that second quarter. And Clay Center ran out to a 12-point total. They had 8 in the first quarter and 12 in the second for their 20 total. Their point total went like this: 2 points, Hannah Ferguson; 4 points, Callaway; 5 points, Mullen; and 9 points for Edwards. For the Vikings, well, it was the Arn Reinert 3-point show, as 2 points for Amanda Bahana, and then an Arn Reinert 3 by Shugren, an Arn Reinert 3 by Carrington, and an Arn Reinert 3 by Jordan Otto, and 4 points by Bree Franklin. Vikings had a great first quarter with only 3 turnovers, but then added 6 in that second quarter for a total of 9. Clay Center had 7 in that first quarter and only had 1 turnover. Or excuse me, they had 1 late, so they had 2 turnovers for a total of 9. And the Vikings just played so good that first quarter. Too bad they couldn't carry it into the second quarter a little bit better, but they have still right in this ball game, in the game that we thought that was going to be a tough game for them. They certainly have played well. Upcoming schedule for the Vikings: they are on the road. We are on the road Tuesday at Hoisington, and then back home for the Heston Swathers. And then we're on the road twice the next week, February the 9th at Pratt and February the 13th at Lyons, before coming home for our final home game. So after tonight, we only have 2 more home games at February 16th against Larned, and then our last regular season game at Hillsboro before coming home to the Sub-State, which we're hosting between Concordia and Chapman and these Clay Center Tigers. So we'll have to see how, or excuse me, it's not Clay Center this year, it's Nickerson. We'll have to see how all those teams, will have an update on that, how those teams are all doing here for you before the next time out. Again, it is also Sweetheart tonight. Candidates: Jacob Adams, Kai Shugren, Eli Wall for the guys, Amanda Bahana, Jordan Otto, and Veronica Hughes for the girls. So we'll have that between games for you. Here again at halftime, Clay Center is on top of our Vikings 15-20. We'll be back with more halftime right after this.
Area high school athletes now have a big home field advantage. The new Salina Regional Sports Medicine Clinic. Led by orthopedic surgeon Dr. Timothy Hawks, Salina Regional Sports Medicine offers comprehensive care from education to prevent sports injuries, to performance, to the preservation and healing of damaged joints through surgery and rehabilitation. Fellowship trained in sports medicine orthopedic surgery, Dr. Hawks specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of ligament, cartilage, and meniscus injuries. He and his team of physical therapists, athletic trainers, and his physician assistants support 5 area high schools, providing the highest quality, most timely care to athletes of every sport. In the school training facility, on the field, or in our clinic, we're ready wherever and whenever you need us. From high school athletes to weekend warriors, we'll help you get back in the game and keep you in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, the leader in comprehensive sports medicine.
Lindsborg Community Hospital and Family Healthcare Clinic, supporting concussion safety and impact testing for all athletes who call the Smoky Valley home.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Last play of the game, folks.
And the snap. Drops back. Whoa, changes mind. Down the sideline. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Casasa! Unbelievable! Did you see that? Casasa!
Not to be a buzzkill, but what's Casasa? We're glad you asked that. Casasa. It's a catchy word for earning cash. Free Casasa checking rewards you in cash each month.
Ask for Casasa. Offered locally at the Bank of Tesket in Salina, Lincoln, Lindsborg, and Tesket. Member FDIC.
The Old Stuga in downtown Lindsborg is celebrating 40 years in business. Home of the famous Brent Nelson sandwich. Visit them on South Main Street. Go Vikings and go Swedes.
And welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym. Time now to look at our impact performance of the first half, brought to you by the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic, offering comprehensive sports medicine care, from education to preventing sports injuries to sports performance and preservation, and healing of damaged joints through surgery and rehabilitation. Dr. Timothy Hawks and his team of physical therapists, athletic trainers, and physician's assistants are dedicated to providing the highest quality of sports medicine care. And our impact performance of the first half, hard to know what a Viking to do, but we're going to give it to Bree Franklin. She ended up, I don't know how many rebounds she had, a couple of blocks that she had, and was a great effort by Bree to get that Viking, keep him in, and boy, it's just a whole team defensively that came up and played strong and played smart, as they ended up with a great effort keeping Clay Center in check in that first quarter, and then having a few too many turnovers of their own later in the quarter. But an amazing effort by the Vikings tonight, and they've got to see if they can turn it back on in this second half as they trail 20-15. We'll take a final 1-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have the tip-off of the second half. You're listening to Smoky Valley Basketball.
Area high school athletes now have a big home field advantage. The new Salina Regional Sports Medicine Clinic. Led by orthopedic surgeon Dr. Timothy Hawks, Salina Regional Sports Medicine offers comprehensive care, from education to prevent sports injuries, to performance, to the preservation and healing of damaged joints through surgery and rehabilitation. Fellowship trained in sports medicine orthopedic surgery, Dr. Hawks specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of ligament, cartilage, and meniscus injuries. He and his team of physical therapists, athletic trainers, and his physician assistants support 5 area high schools, providing the highest quality, most timely care to athletes of every sport. In the school training facility, on the field, or in our clinic, we're ready wherever and whenever you need us. From high school athletes to weekend warriors, we'll help you get back in the game and keep you in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, the leader in comprehensive sports medicine.
Vikings will get the ball to start the second half. It'll be Sugar, Kira Haxton, Bahana, Hulse, and Otto starting the same way they started the game. Clay Center also starting the same way they did the game of Edwards, Hamill, Callaway, Mullen, and Ferguson. Vikings get it in, and we're underway. Vikings will be shooting now at the west end of the court. Bahana still on the dribble. Mullen all over her. A 1 of 5 count started. And Mullen absolutely step for step with Amanda Bahana. Amanda needed to pass the ball off, but didn't. And the Vikings turn it over on their first possession. Mullen will get over there. It's tipped away by Bahana, but saved by Mullen. Mullen with it now, and they turn it over as Mullen steps on the out-of-bounds line, so each team has a turnover to start with. So 1-1 on the turnovers in the second half, equaling even at 10-10. Vikings into the front court. Bahana gets it off to Hulse. Hulse baseline corner near side. Off to Sugan, over to Bahana, far side wing, free throw line extended. Off it goes to Haxton, looked at the three, didn't trigger, drives, kick out, Sugan, her three, no. Rebound Kira, up and no. Rebound Otto, and tied up by Hamill. And alternating possession, it'll go to the Clay Center Tigers. Something came out on the court, retrieved tennis ball. Picked up by Todd Dieterding. Clay Center basketball as Mullen walks it up into the front court. 1 minute gone here in the third quarter. No score yet. Across it goes to Hamill. Baseline to Edwards. Three-pointer in there by Clara Edwards, who now has a dozen points. Otto. Baseline to Kira. Kira one dribble. Gets it off to Hulse. Hulse shot. And good. Jackie Hulse into the scoring column. Her first time at the 6.5 minute mark. Here's Ferguson, little runner in the lane, off the glass, and good. Her first basket. 25-18. Bahana on the dribble. Off it goes to Otto and turned over. Up it goes to Mullen. Mullen up and no. Rebound. Clay Center. Off to Edwards. Kick out to Ferguson. Around to Mullen. Mullen dribble drive. Kick out. Hamill. Three. In and out. No good. Rebound. Edwards over the back. No call. The fans want over the back. And now finishing for her first basket of the game, Hamill. And it's a timeout, Clay Center. We'll step aside as well. 5:55 to go, third quarter, 27-17. Clay Center up by 10, back right after this.
At Mocha's, they get it. They understand your morning cup of coffee is more than just coffee. They know that your favorite coffee drink is the only way to make your day flow. Fresh coffee, lattes, sandwiches, and more. Mocha's with 2 Salina locations, 916 East Crawford and 2424 South 9th Street next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
At State Farm, when home and auto work together as a team, you score time and money. Call State Farm agent Anthony Hopkins, 785-472-4426 today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Bahana, Otto, Shugren, Hulse, and Kira Haxton. Clay Center makes no substitutions either. They have a 7-2 run here to start the third quarter. They're going to put a little full court pressure on the Vikings. And a little confrontation or consultation with the scores table here. Get it into Kira. Kira Haxton. Callaway trying to race with her, but can't keep up with her. Kira gets it into the front court easily. Off it goes to Bahana. Bahana looking cross court to Shugren. Baseline Otto knocked away by Edwards. It'll stay with Smoky Valley. Clara Edwards, a freshman. Jeff Edwards, her dad. All-American at Bethany College. super scorer from Marysville, I believe. Now he ended up back in Clay Center as their coach. Been coaching there for several years. Off it goes to Hulse, baseline corner. Little shot from 10. No, crawls around and out. Edwards with it, and you're going to get called for a foul. Edwards gets fouled. Fouls on the Vikings. Haven Shugren. And that'll be the first foul of the half for either team at the 5:29 mark. Clay Center by 10, 27-17. Vikings have certainly gone cold from the offensive standpoint. They need to go and get some points. Bree Franklin and Carrington at the scorer's table ready to come in. Here's Callaway. Out that goes to Mullen. Mullen dribble drive out to Edwards. Edwards 3. No. Rebound Jordan Otto. Nice rebound Jordan. Here comes Kira. Across the timeline looking for Hulse. Has her. Baseline shot. Good. Jackie Hulse driving to the basket and getting fouled and making the basket for a three-point play opportunity. But the Vikings woes from the free throw line will. Coach, you heard Coach talk about that in the pregame show. Jackie, one of those, the team average is 36%. Jackie at 28%. But she makes it. Good job, Jackie Hulse.
Correction, the last foul is on number 33, Aaron Hamill.
Hamill was the foul, was on that. One foul each. Clay Center basketball at the half-court line. Somebody's got to get over there and throw the ball in. Callaway runs over there to throw it in. Carrington and Amanda. That's the two fastest Vikings on the top of the 2-3 zone. Here's a ball inside, blocked by Bree Franklin. And coming up with it is Amanda Bahana. Quickly up to Kira. Kira off to Otto. Up and no, but Carrington there. Oh, and no. And on the rebound, Hannah Ferguson elbows or somehow fouls Amanda Bahana. Amanda Bahana was the aggressor looking for trying to get the ball away from Ferguson, but Ferguson really fouled her trying to get away from that double team. Here's Mullen with it on the dribble drive. Her shot, no. Rebound, Carrington. Kira gets it and it's off like a shot out of a cannon. Quickly into the front court. Off it goes. Is she going to launch a three ball? No. Rebound long coming down to Hamill. And it's one shot and out. 27-20 is our score. Edwards, baseline, looked at a three, didn't trigger. Now short on the drive, no. Rebound, Ferguson, no. And there's Franklin. Franklin getting pushed around. Got knocked over on that rebound. A girl that doesn't show much emotion showed a little emotion there. That was a good effort on that rebound by Bree Franklin to pick up the foul on number 32, Callaway. That's only their third team foul of the whole game. The Vikings don't have many either. They only have 7 total for the whole game. There's been a lot of contact with these two teams. Off it goes to Emmy Riles. Emmy off to Bahana. Bahana gets a screen from Riles. Ball knocked away by Callaway. Bahana goes backcourt to get it, which is fine since it was knocked away. Here's Bahana. She's going to launch a three ball off the glass. No, but Emmy Riles gets a rebound. She should have put it back up. And gets it out to Carrington. Carrington on the dribble. And now we got a foul on the reach-in by Mullen. And that'll be Mullen's second, third team foul of the half. Kira trades off Amanda Bahana. Again, Bahana and Otto, they're candidates for a sweetheart tonight, so they've got to be ready to change and get freshened up for that ceremony. Emmy Riles with it on the dribble. Gets it off to Kira. Kira with it. Goes back baseline, gets it out to Clark, and she can't get it. Carrington will try to run it down, but she can't. And it's a Viking turnover. Only their second of the quarter. 3 minutes left to go. Vikings trail 27-20. Mullen with it out top. Goes over to Franson. Franson back to Mullen outside the Viking zone. Back to Franson. Far side wing. Off it goes to Callaway, to Edwards. Near side to Mullen. Inside to Ferguson. Blocked. Oh, nice block by Franklin. Great block by Bree Franklin. Ferguson at the free throw line to shoot 2. Flat shot, too strong off the back iron, no good. Second, Hannah Ferguson, who has signed to come to Bethany. Makes the second. Her dad over there, Greg, athletic director at Clay Center, watching from the corner of the bleachers over there, far side, by their team and their fans. Carrington now into the front court. Somebody new checked in for Clay Center, and Carrington got her to take a step backwards a little bit. Number 15, Maddie Craig in for the first time. And ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Smoky Valley. 2:29 to go. 28-17. Emmy Riles to put it in play. Got to find somebody who does. Finds Kira. Inside to Franklin. Her shot. No! Missed the ball inside. Boy, the Vikings have missed 2 now. Bunnies inside. Would be a 24-28 game, but still remains 20-28. Mullen with it. Cross court it goes to Craig. Out top to Callaway and to Edwards. Free throw line now. She'll dribble out. Gets it off to Craig. Back to Callaway to reset. 2 minutes left. Third quarter. Mullen cross court to Craig. Craig baseline to Edwards. Inside dump. Knocked away and stolen by Kira Haxton. Kira on the dribble. Craig all over her. And got a reach-in foul on Craig. It'll be out of bounds to Bethany, or to Smoky Valley. That's Craig's first. 4 new ones coming in. Otto, Shugren, Bahana, and Hulse. Kira Haxton, the only one staying in at the moment. Jordan Otto will put it in play. Looking, gets it into Kira. Knocked away by Mullen. A lot of body contact on that knockaway. Nothing called. The ball went out of bounds. Minute 46 left to go, third quarter. Vikings trail 28-20. Out top to Kira. Kira on the dribble. Side of the lane now, outside baseline corner. Knocked away, and it'll stay with Smoky Valley. Ferguson's long arms. She's 6 foot 1 inch tall. Long arms to reach out and knock the ball away. Bahana from Otto. Get it in to start the offense again in a minute 35 to go. Bahana dribble in the lane. Little floater. And we're going to shoot free throws. Amanda Bahana had a lot of contact there. She was in the air, and somebody moved in underneath her. It'll be Craig, has picked up 2 quick fouls now. Amanda Bahana at the free throw line only has 2 points so far in the ball game. Can she get it a little bit more? And it's in there. Amanda Bahana, 9 of 27 on the year. 21 for the Vikings. Minute and a half left to go. 22-28. With it is Mullen. Dribble, kick out. Hamill, 3, no. Rebound, Callaway. Off to Ferguson, back to Mullen to reset the offense. Back to Callaway, far side wing. Over to Mullen. Dump down to Ferguson, looking for Edwards in there, not there. And Amanda Bahana tried to get the steal and got too much body and commits her third foul.
Her third. Fourth.
Amanda Bahana smiling all the way after fouling inside to Ferguson, dumped down, and it was tipped and stolen by the Vikings. 12 turnovers now for. And there's a shot. Oh, there's over the back by Ferguson. Nothing called. Here comes Mullen. Loses the handle. Gets it back and in. Boy, the Vikings just about had it away from Mullen, but they can't get it. And it's 30-22. It's Hall's turnover from Bahana. Quickly up to Mullen. And auto fouls. Mullen makes the shot and one. Quickly the other way. They go fast. 32. And it'll be 33 if she makes the old-fashioned three-point play. No. Rebound, no. Ferguson up and good. Hannah Ferguson gets the rebound and puts it back in. 34 for Clay Center. Here's Kira with it, looking for Hulse. Can't get the ball, can't get enough separation to get it over the outstretched arms. And Coach Bella with 16 seconds will take a timeout. We'll step aside as well. Just 16 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Vikings down 34-22. Back right after this.
Do you know what major TV networks, Hall of Fame athletes, wineries, pubs, famous chefs, and brides and grooms from across the country have in common? They all purchase custom-etched glassware at glassdecorators.com. EmsloyGlassDecorators.com have been providing carefully etched glass for nearly 30 years. An effective tool for company branding, etched glasses are also perfect for school and civic groups, special occasions, and that one-of-a-kind gift they won't find anywhere else. Emsloyd Scandinavian Specialties and GlassDecorators.com, supporting Smoky Valley Athletics since 1984.
Vikings will put it in play. Kira Haxon gets it into Bahana. Just 15 seconds to go. Off it goes to Hulse outside the three-point arc. And a reach-in foul on Ferguson. For as much contact and everything going on, that was a pretty quiet foul by Hannah Ferguson. That's her first. Now the Vikings will put it in play right by their bench with 9.3 seconds to go. Jordan Otto will do the honors. Trying to get going. Got to get it to somebody. Bahana. Bahana with it. Her drive. Kickoff to Shugren. Off to Hulse. 2 seconds. 1 second. And no. Will not count. Didn't get off in time. Third quarter is ended. And our score, 34 Clay Center, 22 Smoky Valley. We'll be back with quarter number 4 right after this.
Overhead Door Company of North Central Kansas invites you to visit their website at odcnck.com. Once there, you can look over the products that Overhead Door offers for commercial and residential installation and repair. Overhead Door Company services all of North Central Kansas.
Ace your next harvest with A-Series beans from Phelps Seed, your hometown Pioneer seed specialist, providing Pioneer wheat, corn, soybean, sunflower, and milo seed, along with the crop protection chemicals you need. Grow with a winner. Phelps Seed, with you from the word go.
Back at Smoky Valley Gym, Don Binkson with you for tonight's game. Doubleheader, the boys action coming up next with Clay Center. And here it's 34-22, Clay Center on top in a low-scoring game. The Vikings led after one, but Clay Center got a 5-point lead by the end of the half. And now enjoys a 12-point lead. First possession will belong to Smoky Valley. Jordan Otto will put it in play. Has to get it in. And does to Kira finally. Kira and Jordan and Haven and Hulse and Bahana on the court for Smoky Valley. Haven with it. And Haven shovels her feet before taking off. And the 12th Viking turnover. Matching Clay Center now.
For the Vikings, number 11,
Carrington and Kira and Bahana and Hulse and Otto on the court for Smoky Valley. Callaway, Edwards, Mullen, Hamill, and Ferguson on the court for Clay Center. Down it goes Callaway over to Hamill. Back to Callaway between the circles. Ferguson out to Mullen. Cross court to Hamill. Hamill's drive, and she loses the handle and turns it over. 13 turnovers now for Clay Center. Here's Kira Haxton with it. Off it goes to Hulse. Hulse looking. Take off. Here's Kira. Shot from 10. That hit in the back of the head. And Kira will have 2 free throws. Vikings did not shoot a free throw in the whole first half. And then out of character, they made 3 of 3 in the third quarter. But they only scored 7 points in that quarter. And Kira makes that one. Vikings are on a roll from the free throw line. A team that only shoots 36%. And as a team on the whole year is certainly elevating that percentage tonight. And that one misses. So giving them too much credit, and they go back to their old ways. 23 for Smoky Valley. Mullen will take it slowly across the timeline. Callaway looking. Back out top to Franson. Back to Callaway. Kira going for the steal. Didn't get it. Here's Ferguson. Good. Hannah Ferguson only had 2 at halftime. She's got 7 in this half. She's just about to go into double figures. It goes to Hulse, to Kira Haxton, far side corner. Her dribble drive, baseline, loses the handle. Off to Carrington, her shot, good. Carrington. I don't know how many points she had in the JV game that I was watching before the start of this varsity game, but she had a lot of points. There's Edwards, kick it out to Callaway. Looked at a 3, didn't trigger. Callaway dribble drive. Her shot, no. Rebound, Vikings. And a foul on Ferguson. She went for the rebound. Hulse had it, trying to keep her balance in the play in the court, and Ferguson got too close and pushed her out. Back at the free throw line, Jackie Hulse, who made an and one earlier. He gets the front end of a 1-and-1 here with 6:25 to go. 2 strong rebound, Ferguson. Out to Mullen. Here comes Clay Center in a hurry. Mullen kick out to Franson. Out to Ferguson, almost too high. And you're throwing it to a 6-footer. That's pretty crazy. And the Vikings steal it away. Carrington on the steal. Carrington. And Carrington will have 2 free throws. Mullen tried to draw the charge, but just didn't have enough in the way. And Carrington will be at the line to shoot 2. 6:07 to go here in the fourth quarter. Bree Franklin ready to check in. Carrington, no on the free throw.
For the Vikings, number 33, Bree Franklin.
Franklin in, Hulse out. Joining Otto, Carrington, Kira, and Amanda Bahana. Again, it's Sweetheart Night tonight, so we'll have that going for you. And second one misses as well. She didn't make either one. Off it goes to Franson, closely guarded by Bahana. Inside to Ferguson at the elbow. Her shot, no. Rebound, Ferguson. Knocked away by Bahana, but saved by Mullen. Inside to Edwards. Kick out to Franson. Around to Mullen. 5:40 to go, fourth quarter. Mullen, instructed by her coach to pull it outside. Goes out into the half-court circle. Near side it comes to Callaway. Back to Franson. Around it goes. Franson now backs up. Near side it comes to Callaway. Outside to Franson. Over to Mullen. She'll reset. And they'll have Mullen outside. Coach saying, just hang on to it, hang on to it, hang on to it. Vikings going to try to get out. There's a backdoor cut by Callaway, and they lose it. So after all that, the Clay Center gets the Vikings to come out, and then they attack, and then they turn it over. Turnover number 15 on Clay Center. Mahana on the dribble, gets it off to Franklin. Franklin now guarded by Mullen. Franklin still with it. He's got to get it knocked away, and we got a timeout. Coach will decide what he wants, and a full timeout will step aside as well. 4:50 left to go, fourth quarter. 36 Clay Center, 25 Smoky Valley. Back right after this.
Direct Access Physical Therapy is available at Lindsborg Community Hospital. Direct Access means you can schedule an appointment for PT without a doctor's order. Sports rehab, post-joint replacement, back pain. Schedule an appointment for evaluation and treatment. Mark, Robin, Nikki, and Derek will get you on your way to better health and activity. Call 785-227-3308 and ask for physical therapy at Lindsborg Community Hospital.
Back at Smoky Valley Gym, the Vikings and Clay Center Tigers, and boy, I'm proud of our Vikings tonight. They've battled in this game against a team with great team coached by Bethany alum Jeff Edwards. They've got size, they've got quickness, and the Vikings have hung right in there with them. A 6-footer in Clara Edwards, his daughter, a freshman, and a 6'1" Bethany signee Hannah Ferguson. They've held their own and done a good job. Oh, and Haven gets called for the travel. I thought she threw the ball, passed the ball before she should have been called for the travel, but nonetheless, it's a turnover, Smoky Valley. 25 for the Vikings, 36 for Clay Center. Off it goes to Ferguson. Cross court to Callaway, looking baseline to Franson. Callaway. Mullen on the far side wing. Now baseline to Edwards, out to Franson. Almost a steal by Bahana. Mullen, baseline, Edwards, shot missing, rebound. Jordanado. Gets it up to Bahana. Amanda Bahana races to the baseline. Shot from 15. No. Mullen with the rebound, and she takes off into the front court. Right around Jordanado on a beautiful layup by Mullen. She's got 11. 38. 25. 13-point Clay Center lead. Franson against Carrington Haxon, out to Shugren. 10-footer, too strong. Rebound, Franson. Quickly up to Mullen. Mullen with the left-handed dribble. Bahana gets whistled for the foul, trying to steal it away. Amanda fouling for her 4th time. 3:26 left to go. Bahana out and Emmy Riles in. Carrington Haxon in. Shugren out. Mullen to Franson. 3:21 left to go. 4th quarter. Clay Center by 13, 38-25. Round it goes. Little 3-man catch outside the Viking zone. Going to come out now and go man-to-man. That's an into Ferguson. Out top of the key. Mullen looked at a 3, didn't trigger, went into Edwards. Edwards out to Franson. Back to Mullen out top. They'll reset their offense at the 2:50 mark. Mullen still on the dribble. Good job by Emmy Riles to get the 5 count started. Off it goes to Ferguson. Ferguson drives, side of the lane. Shot up. No. Trying to rebound it was Bree Franklin. Finally loose on the court, and Emmy Riles picks it up for Smoky Valley. Good effort by the Vikings. Quickly up to Jordan. 3-pointer. No. Rebound. Last touch by Callaway. It'll stay with Smoky Valley. 2:29 remaining.
38-25, Clay Center with the lead. Vikings with the basketball underneath their own basket. Otto to Kira. Kira three-pointer, no. Rebound Franklin up, no. Rebound Clay Center. Third that I can remember, point-blank layup we missed. And there's a foul on Haxton as Mullen goes crashing into her to shoot the basket. Haxton standing there but gets called for the foul. That'll be Kira's second. Seventh team foul on Smoky Valley. Mullen makes the free throw for her first make of the night.
And for the Tigers, number 15, Maddie Craig.
Franson out and Craig in. Second Mullen free throw. Got them both. Carrington into the front court off to Otto. Otto on the dribble. Near side, stolen away. No, Mullen can't hang on to it. Knocked the ball loose, and it'll stay with Smoky Valley. 2:07 left to go, 40-25. Otto trying to get it in and does to Carrington. Carrington near side to her sister Kira. Kira dribble drives, stops, hesitates, dribble drive in, off to Franklin, kick out Kira. Kira drive in the lane, knocked away. Carrington picks up the loose ball and dumps it in for the basket for two. 40-27. Sometimes good things happen when you start to create, start making things go your way. Carrington picks up the loose ball on the miss by her sister, and the Vikings get two. Edwards out top with it to Craig, out to Callaway. Oh, that should be a double dribble. And they're going to lose it anyway. Now you can't do, the ball is rolling. I want to know how you can do that. I didn't think you could do that. The ball was rolling out of bounds, and the coach called a timeout. I thought you had to have the ball in possession. To check with my referee and counterparts to see what we know about that. Again, it's Sweetheart night tonight. The timeout on the court, but we'll keep it right here. The candidates for Sweetheart, 3 out of the 6 are competitors on the basketball team, including Amanda Bahana and Jordan Otto in this game. They're joined by Veronica Hughes as a candidate. And then for the guys, Kai Shugren and Eli Waugh, not basketball players. They should be. And Jacob Adams will be suited up tonight, is the other candidate for that. And they don't have, if they have a Crown Bear and a Flower Girl or something, they don't have them in here tonight. But that will be going on here at the conclusion of this game. Here it's 1:26 left to go is all. And it is 40-27. Clay Center basketball. Edwards will put it in play for his dad's team. Still looking. Now goes to Hannah Ferguson underneath the basket, and wow, she got enough separation to get the basket up and good for her 11th point. She and Mullen are both in double figures. Kira Haxton with it, baseline to Emmy Riles. Emmy with it, her dribble. Kick out to Otto. Over to Bahana. Bahana shot at the elbow. No. Rebound. Callaway over the back of Bahana. No call. No foul called. Under a minute we go. 42-27 Vikings trail. Bahana trying to get the ball stolen from Mullen and Kant, and Amanda Bahana for the second game in a row will foul out with 4 points. And now some substitutions. Libby.
Number 13, Jake Crimmins.
Givens.
Also, number 5.
Crimmins, CR.
Number 20, Madison Christenmeyer. And number 25, Reagan Henry.
Shell.
as well as number 20, Fitzenmeyer. All the starters out for Clay Center. There's 6. They got 6 on the court right now. They're winning enough without having 6 players on the court. Mullen will have 2 or 1 and 1. Misses the front end of the 1 and 1. And rebound by Clay Center. Inside it goes. Shot missing and a bit of foul. And going to the free throw line will be number 13, Crimmins.
Fouls on number 15, Emmy Riles, her first.
Emmy Riles picks up the foul. Free throw, no, by Crimmins. Henry in for Clay Center. Coach Edwards emptying his bench. All the starters out. Second free throw, no as well. Emmy with the rebound. Off to Jordan. 38 seconds left to go. Off to Kira. Kira looking for a shot. Didn't take it. Off it goes to Hulse. Kick out to Emmy Riles. 3, no. Rebound Carrington. And Carrington will have free throws coming up. That'll be 2 now because of 10 team fouls. 26 seconds to go. The outcome of the game not in question any longer. Carrington at the free throw line makes it. Had trouble making before. Second one up and no, but Hulse gets a rebound. Jackie up and no, but Jackie's fouled and she'll have 2 free throws.
Foul on number 12, Lexi Livey. On the line, Hulse shooting 2.
And Jackie makes the first. And makes the second. Got them both. Clay Center now on the dribble down the court. 40-32. Excuse me, 42-30. Shot up, no inside. Carrington hustling for it. And last touch by Clay Center. 11 seconds left. The Vikings with the ball. Kira with it, off to Carrington. Left alone, 3 ball, no. And rebound Carrington, yes. Carrington gets the ball, and that is our final score. Smoky Valley, 32. Clay Center, 42. We'll be back to wrap up this game, and after this, timeout.
Do you know what major TV networks, Hall of Fame athletes, wineries, pubs, famous chefs, and brides and grooms from across the country have in common? They all purchase custom-etched glassware at glassdecorators.com. EmSloy-glassdecorators.com have been providing carefully etched glass for nearly 30 years. An effective tool for